Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are safe with your family at your home. This video is not about any particular book, but this is about how you can read more books. There are hundreds and thousands of videos and articles available on internet that help you to read more books. People have actually written books for those people who don't read books about how you can read more books. The tips that I'm going to give you are not any secret or new tips, but these are the common and maybe only main tips that you can apply to read more books. Let's start with it. First tip is set a goal. Ask yourself a question: how many books do you want to read in 1 year? 12 books, 30 books, 50 books, or 100 books? Numbers should be according to your reading speed and your reading habit. If you're just a beginner, then don't set a higher goal because that will create a pressure on you, and we don't need pressure by reading a book because reading is supposed to be a fun thing to do. Now, after setting a goal, try to keep it up with that. For example, you have decided to read 50 books in a year, then you will need to read 4 books in a month, and it means 1 book in 1 week, and that sounds easy and you can do that. Second thing is divide book in chapters. When you are planning to read a book on your Sunday, don't say that I will read this book on Sunday. Instead of that, you will say I will read 5 to 10 chapters from this book on this Sunday. And after reading each chapters, or after every 2 chapters, I will reward myself by watching a YouTube video or an episode from your favorite series. And that will keep you motivated, and maybe after 5 to 6 months or after a year, you will avoid watching episodes in between and you will just try to continue your reading thing. The third tip that you will follow is read whatever you like. If you like to read romantic novels, then do read romantic novels. And if you like fantasy, read fantasy. Don't read with thoughts in your mind like I should be reading classics or any non-fiction books to get knowledge. But if you're liking the book, then keep reading. Doesn't matter the genre, just keep reading. The fourth tip is keep changing the genre. If you have just completed romantic novel, then move to the crime thriller or any non-fiction book. And if possible, try to read multiple books at the same time. And that is our fifth point. Read different books at the same time. But make sure that you choose different genres for each book, because when you are tried with this genre XYZ, you can move to the completely different genre. And the sixth point is get a Kindle for yourself. American study says that people who have a Kindle device read more books than people who don't have a Kindle device. I'm not saying you to completely move to the Kindle device and don't read physical book, but if you have this, it helps you to utilize your time. Suppose that you are waiting for a bus or you are waiting outside the dental clinic, then you can get this out and start reading from this. And suppose that you have taken seriously my tips and you have decided to read multiple books at the same time, and the books that you have chose are Game of Thrones, Anna Karenina, and Homer, then this will be easy to start reading and you will just don't need to carry all of these books. The next point is double tasking. Read while you are doing something that doesn't need your full attention. For example, if you live alone, you can read while taking your lunch and dinner, or if you're cooking something or working out or walking outside on the garden, then you can listen to audiobooks. And that is our next point: buy audiobooks. But make sure that you choose audiobooks to listen that are easy to understand. I mostly listen to novels on Audible because when I want to read some non-fiction book, I need to underline the stuff and make some notes for it. The ninth and the final tip is get a book recommendation. After finishing a book, you will scroll down the list of books on the internet to see which book should be your next book. But instead of doing that, I would suggest you to watch YouTube videos about top 5 books that I read or top 10 books of the year, and that will save your time. And with that, you can create a Goodreads account that will let you to join discussions of the books from readers that live across the world. So guys, these were the tips that helped me to read more books, and I hope they will be useful for you too. And let me know in the comment section if you find any new thing that help you to read more books. And if you like this video, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Goodbye.